Good morning or good afternoon. I'm Jerry Dickerson. Some people know me as Sergeant Dickerson, but anyways, my speech is gonna be over that y'all would believe that self-checkout machines in stores are convenient but takes away jobs from teenagers. Okay. How old were you when you got your first job? 16, 17, 18 perhaps? I was 15 when I got my first job. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was 15. My first job was at Bruno's. Bruno's was a local grocery store where I'm from. At this job, I was pretty much the bad boy / cashier. My first job taught me two things. One, it taught me responsibility. I pretty much knew the value of $1 then, you know? I had to know that. Pretty much by the value of $1 is that whatever I spend or what I wanted to spend, I had to work hard to get it. Next thing I learned was accountability. Being a cashier, had to be accountable for the register if I was short or anything out of pocket. Other register, I had to pay for it out of pocket pretty much. Like if I was short $5, out of pocket I had to pay $5. So I learned to take my time when I'm up there at the register and make sure that I get them the right amount of money. In saying this, I went to the grocery store last week and I made sure that I saved money without going over my budget so I could give money to the bad boys. I was a bad boy at the time, so I know that bagged groceries can get real redundant. So you kind of look for tips in order to make up for your time being bored. You hope for tips and all that stuff. But anyways, I went to the grocery store and I went to the cash out line. In the cash out line, I noticed that the cashier, she was busy with 4 other people. So being that I was short in time, I looked over at the aisle and I noticed this light shining up at the end of the line. So I walked down there. To my surprise, there was no cashiers, there was no bad boys there. There was just a self-checkout machine. And I thought to myself, wow, really? Have self-checkout machines taken the place of human beings? So, let's get to the topic. The topic at hand from telling this story would be that self-checkout machines deprive young teenagers jobs and life lessons taught in preparation for adulthood. Let's begin by asking a question. How many grocery stores contain self-checkout machines? Well, seeing that Walmart is a superstore completely wiped out, like local grocery stores, leave us to asking the question, how many self-checkout machines does Walmart have? Well, according to computerworld.com, Walmart has is installing over 10,000 self-checkout machines. 10,000 self-checkout machines. A self-checkout machine basically takes away 2 people's job. That'll be the bag boy and the cashier. So if you do 10,000 times 2, that's 20,000 jobs that's being taken away over self-checkout machines. So I thought, wow, really, are we really in that much of a time? That time is so much of a factor that we're willing to take away 20,000 jobs away from people? So, or have we gotten that self-time efficient that we're willing to take away 20,000 jobs? So I'll ask you, next time you're at a self-checkout machine or you're in a rush to get back to what you need to do, is it really that important that you're willing to take away jobs from people? And I end my speech with this note. Just say no to self-checkout machines. With the bliss.gov.news release come, that is pretty much where most people, they find their jobs when most people get their first job when they're 17 years old. That's where I found that. And that is my speech. Okay.